Hello everyone and welcome to Swift Current in Canada in the final day's action at the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2016. This part of southwestern Canada has been our home for the last 10 days or so, and if you've been with us all the way watching the action, what a treat we've had, and more to come. One final visit to the Credit Union Iplex in Swift Current. Packed house. And this is what it's all been about. It's the gold medal game now. Will it be Switzerland or will it be Japan, who are crowned the 2016 champions? A very experienced Swiss team, winners in 2014 against Japan. They've never been in a final before, but they are now guaranteed their very first medal. So really, really looking forward to this one. Let's welcome the teams.
Well, they've been a fan favorite all week long, and I'll expect nothing like that. Cheers throughout for both teams in this final.
Welcome, lead, Yurika Yoshida. Second, Yuki Suzuki.
And they are absolutely relishing every moment of this, their first final.
Please welcome Team Switzerland.
And you know, this is another fun team too. Look, they absolutely love their curling too, and it shows.
Yeah, and they've been here, done that. They've won a world title, trying to make it a three-peat for Switzerland. They have fun, led by Irene Shorey at the third position. She's the character, joking that the nervous person on their team was their coach before practice.
And welcome, lead, Christine Hunek. Second, Franziska Kaufmann. Third, Ilan Shori. Led by Swift Binia Fetchel. And just a group of them forwards, the ice will be yours. Bonne chance à toutes, good luck, good curling, and let the games begin.
For the crowd welcoming the two teams, really looking forward to this one as the teams leave to get set, shake hands, and they've already warmed up. We're all set. There's the standings, and Switzerland and Japan top of the standings. And yeah, it's worked out, they're playing each other, which is how it should be. Russia and Canada. Russia with a bronze medal earlier today. And further down the standings, number of wins important for countries because of qualification points for the Olympics. So every game mattered here. But this is the one. This is the one they want. This is the gold medal. This is what it's all been about. Alison Walker, that's me, and Luke Coley, who's going to go over how they got there again.
Well, you saw the top four in the standings that get to the playoffs. It was the 1-2 game. Switzerland wins that. They go to the gold medal. Japan drops to the semi, takes on Russia, who beat Canada in the 3-4 game to set up this championship game. Russia earlier today defeats Canada in the bronze. So Russia is on the podium for the third straight year. Switzerland will be there as well. And Japan, for the first time, will get to step up. They'd like to be on the top. So look at trophies, the medals, and always the World Championship trophy and world champion that goes along with your name can never be taken away.
First one awarded to Switzerland way back in 1979. Gabby Casanova, first winner in Perth in Scotland. And here we are in 2016. Switzerland there again. First final for Japan. Stats for both teams, very different scenarios.
Japan guaranteed that medal, allows them to play a little bit more relaxed, knowing that they will have at worst a silver. Nothing really for them to lose. They go out, they win the gold. Nobody's expecting them to come in and win a gold medal coming into this event. So they'll go out, just play their game, have some fun. And we've already seen them have fun as they came out for introductions.
Yes. I think the crowd would have preferred Canada to have been in this final, but I'm sure these were the next best two they would have fancied to watch. Great entertainment value and great curling.
Well, Satsuki Fujisawa heads down, stretches it out. He's been feeling a little under the weather, but talked to their coach, J.D. Lind, and said, feeling better. Doesn't sound all that great, but definitely feels better. A good rest and ready to go in this one.
So Yurika Yoshida, the lead from Japan, gets us underway.
Well, top part of the house. See how the Swiss want to deal with this.
Christine Urik, 32-year-old, 21 years curling. Lives in Lucerne in Switzerland. She's a product designer and part of the European Championship winning team as well as the one that won gold in 2014.
Well, Yurika, the youngest member of this team at just 22, trying to add to the Pacific title they won, the first for Japan in 10 years. It was the first world title for Japan. Well, just a hush over the crowd right now. Not much doing here in this first end. Switzerland trying to beat Japan for a third time in this event. We saw Russia defeat Canada for a third time earlier today to win the bronze. Tough to do that, tough to beat one team 3 times in one event.
Yumi Suzuki, the second player. She's 24. Lives and works in Hokkaido in Japan, normally in an office. She loves her football as well. I know there's huge interest in this game in Japan. Big screens being erected to watch this live early in the morning there, but that's Franziska Kaufmann for Switzerland. From Grindelwald.
Well, doesn't roll into the house, but still not much of a threat. Japan's not going to try and draw to the wing. They're going to just bring it to the center. Keep things open here in this first end.
14.5
Rules of play for you there. 8 ends minimum. 38-minute thinking time as well. And the timeout. And we saw in the bronze medal game how close it came to the teams crashing the clock almost. The time took up too much time in the early part of the game and we're chasing it a little bit at the end.
While trying to use that stone, maybe get the roll partially tucked behind that wide stone. Could come into play.
Shinami Yoshida, the third, 24-year-old. 17 years curling and first year on this team. She's an office worker. But she did play in the 2014 Olympic Games in Sochi.
Well, nicely done. Doesn't risk touching that side one. Rolls off to the back of the 12-foot.
Irene Shorley. Age 32. Keeps everybody going in the team. And she was telling me, look, they've actually had a very poor season all in all. It's just all happens to have come good right at this moment. So that's good timing, I guess.
They have put it together and they've been solid throughout this entire event.
Here she is with her second stone. Lives in Zurich in Switzerland, working in forensics when she's not curling.
Well, Satsuki Fujisawa and this Japanese team will move their nation up in the world rankings, no matter how the result finishes in this game, to 6th in the world, up from 9th.
And there she is, Fujisawa. Skip, Team Japan. Lives in Kitami in Japan, and these girls all play out of Hokkaido, in the northern part of the island.
Not rolls to the center. A small little window to try and roll to.
Her previous best was 7th at the Women's World Championship in 2013 in Riga.
It has been an impressive run for Switzerland at the Women's Worlds. Chance to win their 3rd straight, 4th in 5 years, and win in this game. They're the #1 ranked nation in women's curling.
Yeah, there must be something in the water in Switzerland, I think, because the men's teams are pretty good too.
Okay.
Hoping maybe a little roll to the center. See how hard Japan tries to make the roll behind, but being that high in the ring is not really much to roll behind cover. And we saw struggles from the back end of Team Japan. Friday night said they didn't get a good feel for what the ice is doing. Always different. That one game out there, this is their third game now.
On just the one sheet being used, it does make a difference to the ice.
And difference to your nerves with all eyes just on you. So right on the nose. Well, a hush over the crowd right now as Felcher heads down.
Very respectful crowd, very knowledgeable as well. Many of them will be curlers and thinking what they would do in certain situations. Last stone of this first end. And away everything goes. The end is blanked. We move on. Binia look to get something going in the second end. Good to get one end out the way, relax, and it remains Switzerland 0, Japan 0. Second end of the gold medal game between Switzerland and Japan. First end blank. Switzerland with the hammer. And there is the very impressive World Championship trophy. Look at those names on there. Scotland just above in 2013, and then Switzerland and Binia Felcher in 2014. She would love for that name to be on it. Again.
Exact same team that was in St. John, New Brunswick. Last time the Ford World Women's were held in Canada.
And we always say winning on Canadian soil takes just that little bit extra. And they've done it once, and they're in the final again.
And in St. John, they beat Canada in that championship game. 9-5, running Canada out of stones in that 10th end. Scored 3 and 8, stole 3 and 9.
6、7まで持ってきていいよ。やちょっとタイト。やワンサイド。
Japan Stone just half in the hit and just stay out in front. Well, Christine able to get rid of that one. Just glances off that top stone.
ちょうど真ん中ぐらい。こっち先。ほぼ真ん中かな。オッケー。アウト。多分間があんましない。
Well, spins a little further than they wanted. They're hoping to try and keep it to the center. Instead, just off center. Now Switzerland will look to draw behind it. Well, extra weight on this one.
Yep, it's a bit speedy, isn't it?
Okay, that's
近いから。もうそのままでいい。そのままでいい。
Well, both sides just taking it a little conservative, able to make the hit on that back one deep in the rings.
Schön. Mit dem Lügen, selber.
Well, trading hits back and forth, two different in the history of these two nations. See Fujisawa still fighting a bit of that cough. Irene Shori throwing their first, Switzerland's first appearance at a World Championship for the women was 1979, the very first one, which they won. Japan didn't get into a World Championship till 1990.
Yeah, the sport really only got going in the 90s in Japan. And that's one of the reasons. On the left, Jerry Lind has really turned things around in the last couple of years with 2 or 3 Japanese teams.
Getting a lot of praise and deserves every bit of it. Just has done a great job with these girls and letting them be themselves, have fun. The changing and the sweeping and really embracing it and practicing it to the best of their potential.
Very open to new ways of doing things, aren't stuck in the old traditional methods that can sometimes bog you down. So it was really Nagano Olympic Games that really got Japan going in curling.
Well, another man that deserves a lot of credit, Al Moore.
Now, did I read something about him having special shoes, and that's why they've done so well this week? It's a superstition thing.
They got a gift basket with a bunch of goodies for them, and one was a red and black pair of boots that he's been wearing.
The lucky charm.
And as Irene Shori calls him, crazy Uncle Al.
Crazy Uncle Al.
Calling him the nervous one before the game.
Huge amount of experience though, and it's great to have someone like that at their back.
All trading hits deep in the rings behind this lone guard out in front. Well, they do get a little flip underneath. Play that quiet weight. Both these teams will not overthrow their hits. They'll really use the sweeping. Well, there's the high five that have become accustomed for this Japanese team throughout the week. Lots of shots made. Well, perfect hit and roll, and Benja Felcher now show her draw weight.
Carla, ziemlich fest. Ah, dran bleiben. Oh. Hängen drauf. Franzi. Ja. Fest. Noch ein.
Oh, nice play and placement from Benja Felcher.
Good use of the sweeping, just late. Push it, get that little extra curl. And just that little tap, pushing that one back. Broom will go down, it'll be straight draw down to it for Fujisawa. Both these teams great sweepers.
So joins that to make it a little trio.
And if you're not all that familiar with the game, this is not an easy shot. You're trying to throw this to a small little area. You don't have the line. You'll end up rolling off and leave a shot for two. Now, by getting to the nose, using that sweeping, forces the draw down with some backing here for Vinjefeldtjer. Score one.
Toss stone of the second end now.
Nummer 10, keine Bremse.
Japan
Keine Bremse.
counting one at the moment.
Ist nicht lang.
Well, Japan got a force against Switzerland in the first end Friday night in the 1-2 page playoff game.
Ja. Oh, sehr schön. Schön.
And this time it's in the second end, but it is a force. But Switzerland scores first.
After two, Switzerland 1, Japan 0. Welcome back to our live coverage of the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2016. Crowd really getting into this game. Great atmosphere inside the Credit Union Iplex, and they'll about to be quiet very, very shortly. Very respectful crowd. Watching Christine Urik getting us back underway.
Richtig ist gut. Danach. Noch wechseln. Fest. Zieh. Fest. Okay. Gut so.
Well, centerline guard and outturn come around. Saw a few stones in that second end, but here I think play ball. Bring this one right in.
forth.
Goed. Inge weer. Oh, Frank, oh. Denk ik squat, Inge weer. Squat. Inge weer. Oh. Inge nog. Oh. Oh. Ik krijg goed. Hierin. Sehr schön. Goed zo.
Well, able to get to it, just pushes it a little bit. Still, Japan lying 1. This side will move. Seen through the playoffs that this side does curl a bit more than the other. Well, just getting by the front. A quiet wait.
That
Both
was
sides
tight.
able
Very
to
tight.
just move them around. Will actually roll too far out the other side.
Oh, it's miles.
Had lots of room past that guy.
Such skill.
Well, Kaufman looking at the double now.
Hierin, ja. Sehr schön.
Only shifting one though.
Does leave it shot stone. But important shooter sticks around also. Well, hitting that one, it's the danger one. It's still a stone that Swiss will have to deal with.
ウェットちょっとあった10半とかあ
Goed zo. Oh. Hierin. Oh. Ist gut. Sehr schön.
While they play these hit and rolls, make a roll to the back of the button. Only thing, clusters up those stones. You can go straight back. You can play the double. Make the double, you probably leave a double right back for Switzerland.
早めでいけるどんくらいに当たればいい
ほぼ平行なんだ。
あーオッケー
か、これ押すかなんだよね。
あーそれもあるねいけるんだったら一回寄せといてもいいと思うけどね一回寄せてみるね7半で B でまだステイでも悪くないわちなみで処理するよ一ミスステイでね
Not quite enough to get that one out. Will sit shot stone, but behind the tee line. And
Vorne 4. Ja.
first rail end with multiple stones in play early in the end. See the use of the sweeping. They had to have it curl, so they're trying to sweep to get curl on it. Get it closer to the spot where they wanted to hit it to make the double. Be a big battle at the third spot between Irene Shori and
Mannen blijven. Vinger 4.
Chinami Yoshida. Both were right at the top percentage-wise all week long.
Oh, oh. Tia, 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 tia.
I love her reactions to her shots. She just
ちょうどぐらい。ジャストだね。
loves it all.
だから落としたいんだよね。
9半でいいよ。
うん。9後半でもいいよ。
オッケー。
So I think just a bit off nose on the broom side of nose. You could probably make this double.
ちょっとだ。
ゆりか。
ペース。
おお。
ペース。
Just has to get it at the right angle. Let's watch. 1, 2, 3. Ooh.
Just jams that one. They had to have it curl a bit more. Played it with quiet weight.
Better that than too much, though. So
やっぱするけどね。
Get it a hair closer to the nose of that first one. Might be able to have that one go over the top.
how big's her hair?
Couple of hairs.
Okay.
Tia, 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 tia. Duimpjes knipjes knoop, hè. Gauw.
Well, it rolls out, so minor opening now for Japan, even though both those are behind the tee line.
いいと思う。
11? 結構ガードロングだから。
オッケー。
Saw play behind the tee line in that last end late with the draws going deep in the house.
11よ。触れたよ。
おお。君。
11。
いいペース。おお。
ペース。
お。リー。や。や。や。おおおおおお。
So hit and roll leaves a pocket.
Ja, also der da wenig, oder? Das ja. Beide hin. Ja, ist gut. Wie lange kommst du? 8,5. So, nein, so.
We'll look for the double now. I'll see if her shooter gets any action, rolls back up into the heart of the rings.
So she's after these 2 yellows on the outside here, on the outer circle.
I'll make the double. Not a lot of roll, but enough. Set one, back part of the rings. They got a nice little break there. That one was going out with no problem, but catches on their stone in behind in that dead zone. So that rolls out, then Felcher can draw around and get a force in this third end of play, but by just hanging on, Felcher's going to go and make the hit on this stone.
Yep, she has to change her thinking.
Hoog, goed zijn. Hoog. Dat is goed. Hoog. Goed zijn. Oh.
And that one very close to hanging on, I'm not sure, but I think they'll make sure they'll throw this one hard. That angle definitely looks on, but
あ、こっちからやる。
not going to chance any of this.
いや、大丈夫だ。7半？曲がったら切り替えるから。
Japanese bench
曲がったら切り替えるから。
watching intently. Last stone of this third end for Satsuki Fujisawa.
いけるよ。ナイス。
Just making sure. Might have been out, but we didn't know for sure, so she clears things away.
'Whenever you're ready.
Umpire gives them the nod to get back underway in this fourth end. Easter Sunday. It is here in Canada. Lots of Easter bunnies in the crowd.
They handed out some Easter eggs and a good-looking crowd again. Swift Current. Last time the Worlds were here, it was Germany and Andrea Schopp hoisting the trophy, defeating Scotland in the final.
14,5. Zit echt goed zien hoor.
Again, no Canadian team in the final.
Sehr schön. Sehr schön.
Lots of Swiss support. Those are the Swiss bells you can hear. If you're a curling fan, you're probably used to hearing those. Following the Swiss team around the world where they travel. Always have good support and very noisy support.
The family and friends that have made the trip over.
It's also hearing about one fan that travelled from California He's a big fan of the Russian team. He even travels to the European Championships as well now.
Becoming a very, always has been a global game, but even more so the development around the world, and Japan in their first World Women's Championship final.
And I'm sure this will do much for the sport out in Asia, Korea and China. Also developing it. Christine Urik, 83% for the tournament. Solid performer for Binja in this team.
Well, it's a good sign so far for the Japanese. The back end in their game Friday night was their worst game in the round robin, as they ended up playing in the low 70s. They hadn't done that all week.
Yeah, it was strange to see them playing that way, actually. Barely put a foot wrong. This is the view of the bench. So we can obviously see a lot of this end and not of the other. That's when they get the binoculars out. Not that they can do much anyway. But every game is analysed and videoed.
Well, Eureka Yoshida able to get to the nose. Well, set that one. They put the corner guard out in front, try and use that.
Goed. Goede vrouwen.
86% Francesca Kaufmann.
Ist gut, ist gut. Gut so, schön. Gut so.
Well, little roll away, and that one just topped 12 foot, means they can try and use that corner guard.
4秒だね。4.1でも有利かなあれだから、かけそう。
Just the 1 point on the board so far after the 3 ends. This is Yumi Suzuki, the second player. 86% overall. Let's see this one coming round now.
Well, perfect T-line weight. That's where you want to go. Don't want to be any deeper than that going behind the corner.
Zo zuiver nummer.
Ja.
Koos hek.
Okay.
These teams all know and think which way, if I'm going to miss, which way am I going to miss? And
Hek. Goeie mee.
Not which way am I going to make it, which way am I going to miss?
And this would be to get the guard, not to miss it and flash everything.
Iedereen, best.
Oh,
Not going to miss, going to make this one.
nice shot.
Throw the right weight, use your sweepers. And here,
Raakzijde is 11, hè?
pass the front. Catch a good chunk of that one in the rings. Well, those are tough ones. Sometimes you're in between of which one you want to roll behind. You say, well, if I throw this, I'm a bit outside, we can play behind one guard or the other. Instead, I'm just focusing on playing one way.
Irene Shkori, third player, 87% for the whole week. Same line again.
Well, they want to roll right behind. Not quite. So it stays top of the button.
Same start as the other third. Tsunami.
Well, rolls too far to the outside, trying to make that perfect hit and roll. This Japan team very good throughout, scoring 2 with the hammer.
Ja, maar ik vind daar vind ik niet goed. Dat is goed, dat is goed. Dat is kapjes staan. Nee, dat is goed. Dat is super. Lang is goed gezien. Ja, niet top. Goed, Nino. Sneller, sneller. Goed zo. Zie je? Zie je? Ja. Links. Nog links. Zie je. Hier.
Back and forth, back and forth. The big stone in the end right now is that one in the top of the 12-foot.
It's almost like the elephant in the room, isn't it?
Well, it's their back and forth because if it wasn't, Japan and at the end of the end could play for a blank. Now try and go for their 2.
ドローはね、わかるよ。
わかる？
うん。見つかったから。
ちょっとこっちだからちょっと幅取る。
オッケ
Japan a 44% hammer efficiency, scoring 2 or more with the hammer.
ー。05。うんね。
The exact same force efficiency for Switzerland, so not a lot to choose between the 2 when it comes to Japan having the hammer.
8、8、9、8、8、ちょっと落ちてきたけど。いいよ、や。8、や。や。8、9、9。や。や。
Well, it was just a little miscue, not quite the right line on that one. Still shot, but angle here for Switzerland to lie 2.
Kom eens Elfie.
Goed, ja. Zal je niet aanvallen?
Ja.
I'll pick it out.
Whoa. Nicely done.
Stick around, have another counter in the house.
Ik heb even gerutscht nog straf gehad.
Aha.
Oh, Francie!
Need to have a smile count between the 2 teams of all the smiles we see from both of these teams out on the ice.
Oh, I think we'll lose count there. Both teams really enjoying the experience out here.
Yeah, you got that one.
センターの裏かコーナーの。
Well, trying to use those guards to their advantage. They can actually make a hit and roll. Sit shot to that one back 12-foot that was where Felcher actually just rolled to. Well, unable to hold the line there. They end up making the nose hit.
Okay.
The hit and roll's made. The draw path is not the easiest to try and get to the forefoot.
Kom eens zo. Kom maar allemaal gleich. Klaar? Beetje weniger.
Japan only gave up 3 steals the entire event. One was Friday night. The other 2 through round robin.
Oh, Francie, Francie. Ja, vers, Francie.
When they lose it, they don't quite make the roll that would have put a lot of pressure on Japan.
Yep, you could hear a little groan there. Still a good end from a Swiss point of view. Restricting Japan to the possibility of 1.
And forcing Japan to throw against multiple counters. Has this one open to make the hit.
So Japan do get their 1. It is only 1. Good play by the Swiss team. Levels things up after 4 ends. Switzerland 1, Japan 1. Players listening in intently into the between end entertainment. That shows how relaxed they are. Once the end starts, that's when the focus starts again. So 1-1, 5th end. As we expected, a close game.
Well, and it's a difference on Friday night in the 1-2 game. Japan got the force, then had a draw for 1, came up short, gave up a steal. Changed the way the game was played a little bit here. Japan gets their 1, so all square. not nearly as much pressure on Japan.
Ja, ja, ja.
Not much on either side, knowing guaranteed a medal.
Oh, muss Körler wechseln.
No, Irene Shorey was saying yesterday she would just be delighted with silver as well, and gold would be
Viel Körler.
extra special.
Okay, now.
Yeah, it's nice to say that at that point. Both these teams, you know, will want to
Of course,
be
they want gold.
disappointed if they're not able to win this championship game.
Yeah, when you're there, you've got to think you can win it. Satsuki was also saying she didn't want to think too much about winning it too soon in case they got nervous. So she was trying to ignore Facebook and
Stay off the internet, knowing if you look at Twitter, you see a lot of Japanese comments about the 2016 Ford World Women's Curling Championship. A big sweep to be able to get rid of that stone in the rings.
Gut. Ich drück den nochmal lang. Ist eher länger.
Ja. Spitz 4.
Körler.
Hin 8.
2, 3 Körler.
Bremst ein bisschen.
Hier kommen wir schon dahinter, ha? Das ist von allein.
Selber, ja.
Du darfst schon ganz hinter da.
Well, the guard is much longer than we've seen before. That one goes to the back part of the rings.
Gut so.
するよね。あれスーパーロングランドだから。ガードも高いんだもんね。歌はする。打つ。オッケー。ちょっと上がんないようにするんですよ。11半ぐらい。11半でいいかな。11半、11前半でもいいよ。オッケー。レートは近いよ。ちょっとだ。
Well, got to keep going to hold the line.
it's a long way. Oh, and it gets there.
You think you got to go to get past the guard, but just to hold it all the way into the house.
Ja?
Good sweeping. And she's still laughing about it, as we can hear in the background. Franziska Kaufmann.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting feeling in the building right now. Not a lot of cheers both ways. Been some feeling out process in this championship game. No one really going all out. That last hand probably the closest that Japan had. Made a nice shot to score their one.
Wechseln, sonst müsstest du wechseln. Ja. Gut. Gut gesehen.
14ぐらい。伸びてはいる。ちょっと触れてもいいですね。さっきのを78。ああ。9ぐらいでいいのか。ちょっと遅くするから。85？ 159。うん。いいよー。レートもいいよー。90。ラインちょっと待ってるから。レートもちょっと。10あるよ。10？バンプするよ。近いよ。ラインから。
Well, moves it a little bit. There might be a chance you can move both of them away and keep both your reds. The only thing, again, still playing behind the tee line.
Ja. Fast noch mal gleich. Gut. Jetzt ein bisschen kürzer.
伸びと
Oh, jetzt geht's. Gleich, das ist gleiche Länge. Wechseln. Gleiche Länge. Wechseln. Gleiche Länge. Bis drauf nehmen. Er ist gerade drauf. Ja. Ja. Drüben nach vorne 4 lassen. Komm noch ein bisschen. Ist auch recht gut so. Okay. Gut. Sehr schön. Perfekt. Jetzt da 3. Jetzt 2 habe ich auch. Okay.
どうだろうこっちの方がいいのかなアングル的にでも上と分かんなかったら全然こっちでもいいよ6？ 6？ 56。ヘッドミスの前だもんね。そうだね。言うのは96でね、結構押しは。相手のが14。14。オッケー。
What's their concern here? Look.
They want to make sure that they can get shots down. They don't leave any. They don't bounce too far and set up a double. Got to make sure the angles are still in your favor. And the guard is in play, but in the same time on these, it isn't because it's so long out in front.
There it is, joining the rest of them.
Good weight control. Come down to it. They don't actually worry too much about getting shot. They just want to close in the rings.
Madako! Ja? Kaart hoeft er weer snel. Mal wäre auch eine Möglichkeit. Vielleicht.
Yeah, we see lots of photographers out here these championship games.
It makes great pictures, lots of color and action.
Not liking how tight the scoring zone is for that extra point. That's why Felcher went out to peel that center line guard. I think Japan replace it. It's still a good position for Japan, knowing that they have that center line well blocked up. Well, halfway guard. They want to protect those ones in the forefoot.
Ja, was ist das? Hinten 4, kannst du noch ein bisschen tappen und wenn wir da dran kommen, ist auch nicht so schlimm. Ja. 14. Meinst du? Ich glaube schon.
Try and freeze to that back yellow. I thought I saw the indication from the broom.
Line. Ziehen! Ja. Fest! Fest, richtig! 8, 4 Fuß. Fest! Fest! Fest, richtig! Komm mit! Wo ist er? Fest! Komm, Franzi! Oh. Putzen. Okay. Okay.
Well, getting caught a little bit in a different path, different speed. What is it going to do? Comes up short.
Yeah, she's a bit perplexed by that.
これがちょっとね、あれな、これとこれがなくなっちゃうのがきついね。あ、でも危ないか。ね、どうも。で前でも、悪くない。最初からここ置く？ここでもいい気がするな。でもちょっとかぶした方がいいよね。 かぶしちゃったらさ、もし入られた時にさ使えなくなるよね。
ああ、
これさ、こうなってさ、これバンやられても絶対こっちは残るじゃん。
こっち、いや、こうやるし、やるだろ。うん。で、これは絶対残るじゃん。
うん。
で、これ
これはオー
出るって感じ
プンになるのか。
曲がるからここまで行けそう？
うん、そうだね。このパスだったら待ったら最後来そうだね。
ね、で、ここでも
そうだね。
うん
悪くないし。
相手がどこで出すの？
はあ、ごめん、ちゃんと見てなかった。こっち重くね？今のね、相手ね、14.4 でね、ここだったんだ。13後半ぐらい必要かも。14ぐらいでいいのか。こっちちょっと重いと思う。
Taking a little while over this one, Luke.
弓のめっちゃコツってなって。
Yeah, they're trying to find out the right spot to go. I think maybe they thought about going to that back one at one point of theirs. They don't necessarily want to go right to their stone top 4 foot because you don't want to bounce off. You'd rather be short than being too deep with this stone.
あ、ラインはいいよ。ちょっとありそう。ちょっと早いかな。どこまである？6。あれなら6まで。ちょっと待ってたら落ちそうだよ。上かよ、上かよ。6、上かよ。ラインだけ。6、上かよ。ラインだけ。
Just that little rub rolls off. Still in a position they can use in that control zone.
Yep, not the worst result.
ちょっと、入ってても、こっちより早めに入っててもいいかも。
Iedereen rennen aan ze. Zo. Staan niet. Ja.
I don't think you can leave that stone there. Leaving your own is pretty good. You could clip that back one.
Ja, nou, zo is goed.
Well, nose would be pretty good, even a hair high. So actually gets a little bit inside of nose, so low of that one. Rolls just to the center. Still shot stone for Switzerland.
こうなっちゃうのが一番大変なんだよね。
ね、こっちさえ下げちゃえばいいんだよね。マジでいいかな。黄色？
ああ、
マジでいけば。
そうだね。
入ってれば大丈夫だよ。
同じパス。ちょっとどっか前行くか。
B で前でもいいのかな。B で前だね。
こっちあるか。曲がるよね。
そうだね。いいと思うよ。いい？ちょっと幅取るから。6がベスト。ボトム。グッドミスは前だよね。そうだね。
場所にもよるわ。
Difficult to know what the bench are
ナン
thinking.
バー2とダブルの形にはしてほしくないんだ。
They'll be talking strategy between themselves
Or they could have been
throughout.
talking about what they're having for dinner momentarily. I would doubt it though.
Yeah, don't think. Maybe during round robin they might. This stage, 5th end, World Championship final.
Yeah. Just a little bit important. So finally, here she goes.
ラインはいいよ、上だけ。
強いよ。
ちょっと待って、8、9、5、フリー。8、9、まだ上がってない。ちょっとある。8、上取りだ。いや、上取りだ。7、6、4、
平行にはなりたくないよ。平行にはなりたくない。
6、4、
Is it going to make it?
They want to try and take the inside away, so there's no way to play. Making sure it was deep enough that you can't play that double. I think there's just a hit and roll, and you can bump it over. I don't even have to bump it. You just get across the face, and there's a chance at 2. because that one just hung out.
いやでももうちょっと高かったら普通にダブルある
Will ich Heck? Nein, nein, Backline ist okay, aber ich frage nur wegen Eis. Ich glaube, es langt schon, ja.
They wanted it a bit
Backline
deeper
ist
so
gut.
that it
Wenn ich noch halb hinhabe, ist schon gut, oder? Ja, ja.
didn't leave the inside open. So huge opening now for Switzerland.
Backline.
Yep,
Yep, yep, yep, yep. Yummy mo, yummy mo, yummy mo, yummy mo. Yep, 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 yep.
Aber wenn du wirst direkt hängen drauf kannst, ist gut. Okay. Also wenn du zwischendurch laufst. Komm gleich Heck. Wie du willst. Komm Heck, gib mir ein bisschen weniger. Gut. Noch weniger.
I think throwing a bit more weight now, throwing about hack. Is an opening now for 2. And I think easier than just the straight draw that we just saw Japan attempt.
Look out for the red stones.
Make the hit, get the inside, but we'll bump one out. And I don't know, they may have moved it too far, so it's only 1.
Disappointing result from a Swiss point of view. Bumping her own other stone. That means just the 1. So after 5 and into the break, it's Switzerland 2, Japan 1.
Well, both teams feeling out this start of the game. And after a draw came down by Satsuki Fujisawa, Binya Felcher, out-turn draw. Take her single point. Settles down in the forefoot, get their single point, strike first in this championship final. And then fourth end was back and forth, trying to play those hit and rolls, trying to get behind cover. Switzerland couldn't roll far enough, sat in the open, and Satsuki Fujisawa has the open hit and stick to tie the game up. And fifth end, Japan trying to draw and get shot. There's a chance here to get to the inside. Little hack weight, hit and flop. Trying to find that right angle. Hit, roll, but will move their own. And it is just a single point for Switzerland. But they lead 2-1, trying to win Switzerland's third straight world title. There's the line score, 2 blank ends, 3 singles, means 2-1, Switzerland leading.
もし今すごい暑かったんだ前半ね。そう後半もし冷やしたら。
Well, a low-scoring first 5, and look at the numbers. Overall percentage favoring Japan in the 90s throughout. Well, 86 overall for Switzerland. No stolen points. And that leaves us 2-1. 2 blank ends, 3 singles. We have 5 ends remaining in this 2016 Ford World Women's Curling Championship Final. There's the trophy. Just a little bit of time. One of these 2 teams will be lifting that on top of the podium. And here's how we got there in our playoffs. Top 4 qualified. Switzerland, Japan, top 2 in round robin, finishing 9-2. Switzerland won the 1-2 game, while Japan drops to defeat Russia in the semifinal. That sets up our game, while Russia defeated Canada in the bronze medal game earlier today.
Okay.
Well, they got the 1 minute at the end of the 5th end break. Definitely had a different feel from this Japan team from the Friday night 1 versus 2 page playoff game. That has been a chess match so far in this championship final. No one has had that big mistake. Switzerland didn't get the 2 they had a chance for in 5. And now Japan will have the hammer as we play the 6th end.
Eindelijk genoeg?
Bis da, ha? Ganz in 4.
Ja.
Heb nog Görla?
8. Ich glaube gut, Länge.
Oh, schon wieder zu viel. Ah, ist gut. Sorry.
Gone a bit further than they wanted. First stone often the case after the break. (93% for this game. Yoshida
ちょっとある。
can't ask for much better than that.
いいよ、曲がってきた。
No, both teams playing quite well, and
良くなってきたわ。
for Japan, their back end needs to play well, and they're playing much better than they did in their 1 versus 2 game.
ナイス。
You'll see high numbers from all these players. It's been
It's one of the reasons they've got to the final, clearly. So
absolutely a very precise game so far.
Zurich, an industrial designer from Lucerne.
Wo ist er? Richtig, ist gut.
Er kommt bis 12.
Noch wechseln, wen denn?
14,5.
Von Ihnen, oder wie? Ja. Okay. Nein, den nicht.
Switching and watching.
Den nicht, jetzt soll er nicht mehr so viel hören. Ja, es geht gerade der Tod und nicht weiter.
Well, in the heart of the ring, so they're going to try and move them around. Important. Try and hold the shooter. The style of Switzerland likes to play. If you roll out on this, they'll probably peel the corner guard. Well, nicely done. The double made. Open things wide open to use that corner guard. That's where Japan's been successful all week long. using that corner.
Franziska Kaufmann, 88% for this game, which really is the one that matters.
Iedereen. Oké. Wat? Stap schneller, ha? Ja. Oké.
どっちでもいいよ。4-1ぐらい。4-1だね。
Well, out turn around the corner guard. Be the play. Double is made, which opened it up and allowed for this.
100%. I don't think I've seen that, Suzuki.
ちょっと押すか。押すわ。
Well, we saw two players all week play a complete game at 100%. They both are on Team Japan.
Right, must have been games I'd missed then. I haven't-
Shinami Yoshida and Satsuki Fujisawa, the third and skip, at one point playing 100%.
So you can't get any better than that. You just have to keep doing what you're doing.
You can try, but really tough to be better than 100%.
Well, by virtue of being 100%, you are 100%.
Erfenis is oké. Nog hek.
They do give some bonus points to the scoring, so you could actually
Be more than
mathematically be above it.
110%.
Never seen that one.
Either way, she's playing really well. That's from a Japan point of view. That's good.
Iedereen poetsen. Wissel. Goed. Sehr schön. Nou wordt ze.
Rolling over a little bit far. Look at that.
他いけそう？
Yeah, if that one stays in the 8-foot, we probably see a hit from Japan. Now they can play the draw and still get shot stone by playing this come around.
いいよ。
いいよ。
7。残しはいいから。
台はいいよ。
ちょっともなってはない。ちょっと曲げたら。8。
お、台はいいよ。
有利だわ。クリーン。ラインよ。ラインラインライン。ラインから。
ちなちなちなちな。
イエス。イエス。伸ばして。イエス。ラインよ。もうちょいもうちょいもうちょい曲げたいもうちょい曲げたい。ナイス。ナイス。
Well, they get in behind. They aren't shot, but they're second shot stone. Well, this is a very patient approach. You see Irene Shori, she go and play off the guard. You're basically saying either put the guard back up perfectly or play the hit and roll, and we're going to make a double at some point, or you're going to make a slight mistake. Not forcing the issue, not trying to play the difficult shot too early. Well, Chinami Yoshida. Try and roll off to the side.
She's 2% short of 100%.
She is slacking a little bit there. Want to try and roll this one away. Very nicely done. They scored twos at a 50% pace through round robin with the hammer. So all Switzerland can do, try and roll it to the middle, try and get it back to the center.
Ook speelt.
They do have about 4 feet they can roll on this one and still be a second shot out, count that back one. Well, it rolls a little bit. A bit of an angle now. Don't think we'll see too aggressive to go after it. For Felcher, going to just try and roll it towards that stone.
Nu. Goed. Spelen we allemaal de deur erin. Goed. Een stukje sneeuwen. Mhm.
So onto the skip stones then. Binia Felcher, 90% in this game.
Oh. Zie je? Oh, oh.
Made some nice ones.
Well, they want to try and roll over. Again, it's that patient, experienced approach from both sides that Felcher says, okay, let's just try and roll it over. Bunch up the stones. If I get a nose hit, then I'll have a chance to make a double. Fujisawa will have to try and roll back to the opposite side of the house. Looking to score a deuce. And this is where both teams is managing the weight control, not overthrowing it, using your sweepers, try and position on the hit and roll.
Satsuki Fujisawa, 93% in her first final, first world final ever. Certainly doesn't look out-phased by any means.
Well, they get some roll, we'll see. A double attempted, I'm sure now, by Felcher.
She could have just have done with them getting a bit further apart.
Halve, ja.
Is she wise to go for it, do you think?
Absolutely. If you make this, you go from giving up two to a force because you're going to stick around and force Japan to take one. Right now, deuce is lined up for Japan if this double takeout's not made.
So here it comes at a rate of knots.
Ja, pers, lovely.
Well, they at least try and roll it over. Big weight. Won't push it out. A valiant effort. Not sure if she pushed that one out just a little bit on a release. As they hit. Perfect angle.
Yeah, sometimes that extra surge as they leave the hack.
Okay.
Wow, chance here now. They can make this hit. Score the first two of the game and it'll be their first lead of the game.
Final stone. Now this sixth end from Satsuki Fujisawa. Secures the hit. She does. For a two-pointer, for a deuce.
They were good doing that all week long and they had success scoring twos. Now they'll try and force. As this hit, doesn't really matter what happens at the back, just stick around.
Two for Japan. Takes them into the lead in this gold medal game. After 6 ends, Switzerland 2, Japan 3. You're watching live coverage from the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2016. We're in the Credit Union Iplex in Swift Current in Canada, southwestern Canada, in fact. But inside we are, and it's packed, watching this gold medal game between Switzerland and Japan. And Japan have a 3-2 lead over Switzerland. This is the start of this 7th end. Alison Walker and Luke Coley bringing you live commentary on the whole of this game. Great action all week from these two teams. These two teams really have been the outstanding teams of the championship, haven't they, Luke?
Yeah, you look at percentages, you look at stats, obviously the round robin. Right at the top. It's been a struggle, though, for Japan against Switzerland. This is their first lead. We play in the 7th end against Switzerland in their 3rd game against them. Well, started with the centerline guard, unable to move that one out. Sits top of the 8-foot.
Talked about the Japan team earlier on the week being a close-knit unit. Well, this Swiss team are as well. Give or take 6 to 7 years together. Really established themselves. Binya is married with a son and a daughter, so I wonder how she manages to juggle everything. Can't be easy, competing at the top level.
A very supportive husband. No one has a world-class wife in the curling world, and will not see her panic one bit in this game. She'll just continue to play her game, trade the hits. Right now, lying 2.
She won her first medal at the European Championships with Binya in 2004. It was a silver. She's been winning medals basically ever since.
Well, big roll to the outside.
Okay. Sorry.
Well, they're trying to force play back to the center, see if they can make a hit and roll. Oh, nose hit. They're trying to sweep it, get that late finish, get the roll underneath. That one will stay open.
Spil. Ga ik uit de hoek, we net even sturen. Ja.
Plenty of Swiss fans enjoying the action.
Ja. Jag får se vad som är. Girhan! Ja, Girhan! Puss!
Erika, puss! 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 Puss!
Well, they're trying to get the roll to the center. Won't get into the rings.
We kriegen die 14-4 gehabt. Okay. Gut.
Gib dir Hachi.
もうネガティブにとっていいね。ね、全然落ちちゃう。Een en af.
Richtig ist gut. Ich glaube, Länge ist gut kriegen, ne?
Ja, ja.
Nein, Fischer, ich tue dir genug. Ho, nur vorne.
12.
Wechseln kriegen, Seiten wechseln. Ho, ho, ho.
14.
Ho.
16.
Nice shot, nice finish.
They're trying to get the curl, get around that center line guard.
さあ、フリーズか。オッケー。
こうなりたくないな。
そうだね。
後ろにかかれば2だから。
はい。1半とか。伸びてそうだよ。1だね。
Well, Freeze has a little bit of room for error. You don't want to chip out in the open. Miss this, a 3 does become a possibility. Talked about hitting that back one or even the one that they just was thrown by Switzerland.
ライン大丈夫？
いいよ。
5、6、6。ちょっと待ってるよ。5、ペース。増えていいよ。
お、近いよ、待って。やっ
Well, that one really took a jump on them. So they will chip off the front and not get into the rings at all.
あー、ごめん。
Watch just lightly on this. And then it just started to go. Sweeping can't save it. Well, it was a gutsy call and knew it needed to be somewhere close in that one. That was not a real result they wanted to see.
Second stone for
Oh, it's gut. Warten, wenn's geht. Heb ik niet meer plaats?
Shuri.
Heb je hoeveel plaats? Nancy.
Richtlijnen.
Het toch.
Miss T-line.
Francie. Francie.
Well, trying to play for the rub and can't do that. Does leave a double now for Japan. They had a little bit of a break for them. That one close to just touching that guard and being able to slide in behind that center line guard.
to apologise to our team there.
Well, frustrated with it, knowing may not have been her best throw.
もうほぼ乗ったね。オッケー。これだ。
これってやつや。
8より落ちないようにだね。
ノーズでいいよ、ノーズでいい、ノーズでいい。
Well, trying to make this double. Through the hole. Have enough to spill that one out.
Not quite.
Needed a little more finish.
Nice shot though.
Well, depending where Binya Felcher goes, decision time for Japan.
Ja, ja. Fun.
Well, in Binya Felcher's 2014 World Championship title, in the gold medal game. They did score a 3-ender. That was in the 8th end against Team Canada, en route to their victory.
Surely not. Again.
It's definitely lining up for her right now. She just has to execute her skip stones.
Klap terug. Kijk, botsen. Het zo vak. Oh. Moesje. Samen blijven. Aan niet te veel plaats. 8 hetten. Zie je? Oké. Ja, zo vak. Oh, het gaat al. Richting square. No laggy, no laggy. No laggy. Ja. Oh, look. Wow.
And that one helps.
Oké, Quaxie. Dit is op de top verliefd. Quaxie. Heel quick gespeeld.
Handen?
Well, let's see what kind of nerves this Japan team has right now. Can freeze. They could try, and I can see about half of that.
どっちがいいと思う？
フリーズでセーフするか打ってここか。ちょっとウェイトを落とさなきゃいけない。
ドローまだ滑る？こっち。
ちょっと重たいけど。ちょうどこのドローはさっちゃんやったところのパスなんだよね。
あいつちょっとストレートなかったね。
ちょっとストレートになってたね。
Well, the hit is no walk in the park.
ウェイト近かったら入ってていいや。曲がっちゃうから。
Have a little room for error with this freeze, but not much. Put it on perfect. Could blast it. They could, if it's not on, they could pick it.
There's the two teams, Switzerland and Japan, contesting this 2016 final. Might have expected Switzerland to be here, but at the beginning of the round robin, I don't think anybody would have picked Japan. But absolutely here on merit.
Well, real tester of a shot now for Japan. Well, the little tap. And is there too much separation now with that one?
That's what they're wondering too.
I think the pick is there for 3. Line was absolutely perfect on that. Just about 2 feet too much weight. Well, it's not an easy pick. Got to manage the right angle. Try and play it.
We know she can make these though, don't we?
Gonna go look from the other end, see what's, or do a little broom switch, pardon me.
Iets weniger. Goed zo. Achtung, go. Go.
You pick it clean.
Rika, hoog. Rika, aus, aus. Rechts.
Get away with it. We'll catch that side one roll out, and there's the 3.
I wonder how significant that could be. Switzerland fans enjoying that shot from Binia Felcher. Takes them back into the lead. 5-3 after 7. Players just waiting for the nod to get going again in this next end. Having one ear on the entertainment in the crowd. Significant end for the Swiss there. Picking up 3 shots for a 5-3 lead after 7. So Japan will need to get something going, at least a couple in this end, I think. Don't let the Swiss get a steal, or at least.
Well, Japan's been good with the hammer. They're going to have to show it right now. Need to score. Score a deuce would be great.
Comparison of the 2 leads, Yoshida and Urik. Ahead in some, but total-wise, Yoshida better overall.
15.5.
Nice.
Da genau, auch gut. Ja. Wie breiter?
Sicher noch.
Wieder länger. Und einfach noch Görla.
Bis 12.
12 ist gut. Josa Görla darf bis in 12 kommen. Josa Görla würde ihn reinnehmen. Noch ein bisschen. Oh, nein, ist gut. Gut.
Gut so.
Sehr schön. Gut gesehen. Dann.
Well, trying to use that corner guard. Makes the hit, rolls off just a bit.
9-6
And Japan haven't been as free-making and as quite as good as manoeuvring some of the stones as they have been in the round robin. That's partially down to Switzerland's very good play.
Well, you're getting the cream of the crop here in this championship final. Nothing to be done easily.
So it's not giving too much away at all.
Okay.
It's a beautiful bouquets that the players will get,
ああそれで
along
もい
with
い
their
よ
medals and of course the championship trophy.
12ぐらいかい
いやーもうちょっと早くていいよ11
11半ぐらい
8だねじゃあ
ちょっとダウンだよスイープハック
Person of the seconds, Jessica Kaufman,
バックライダウンバックライ
slightly up, but not much to choose. Good play from both.
Well, they're trying to get that one off to the side, so there's a chance to use the corner guard. Still open.
13.2
And this is where the Switzerland team can be frustrating to play because you're trying to set it up. They keep rolling away. They keep removing stones that are partially protected.
さあ、イレン、よっしゃ、alles, fest, fest, fest. Gut, mit 10-3. Stabil. So, wenn wir so wählen. Ja, sorry. Eine Partie gesetzt. Okay.
3 reds, 3 Switzerland.
Fest, fest.
Well, that's the big sweep. Look on
Mit 10-3.
Kaufman's shot to try and get it to curl to get at that one.
Wenn wir so wählen. Ja, sorry.
11後半ちょっとダウンだよいいよ
Well, little tap. Pretty close, but I think you can probably still be able to get at that one just on the side. They're hoping to just roll in front, but over curled.
Squad länge play med
Tia. Oh, Tia. Fest. Tia. Fest.
Got to get past the front, and I think they just touched the guard. Just redirected it enough to miss that one. Just that little bit, and then still made contact with the yellow. Well, there's the opening now. See if Japan can make the hit, try and roll this way to the right-hand side in front of those 2 reds. Well, sits 1 and 3. Doubles, tough to play because it goes right into those reds as we look at the third numbers. And Yoshida, good numbers, but it was a miss she had at the inopportune time last end that started things to go south for Japan. That gave up the 3. make the hit. And it rolls away.
Fujisawa having a look to see which one.
I think Japan is second
Fighting.
shot.
これもあるけど、
どれがナンバーワン、ツー、スリー？
ワン、ツー、スリー。
あ、じゃあちょっと動かしていいかもね。ね。やってよかった。10で。
Well, in order to be efficient with the hammer, like both these teams are, you need to take advantage of a little miscue. Hit and roll there on Shori's second after she touched the guard on her first.
ちょっとあるよ。
Shinami Yoshida looking for the hit and roll.
スリー。スリー。
後半。
お。
ペース。
お。お。スリー。お。お。お。お。
And sits till I 1-2. Well separated.
Maar dat verspreekt te lekker naar gaan, hè? Oké. Aber was meinst du? Mit Sternen? Siehst du einfach nicht so viel. Und du musst sagen, tu mal so. So.
Well, have to look back. 7th end. And this Satsuki Fujisawa's last of 4th stones. Trying the freeze, and she's just a bit heavy with the perfect line. Taps it back, meaning an opening for Binya Felcher to score 3 by picking this one out. Has to deal with a jam. Catch the right angle. And gets away with it, score 3. And that leaves us in this position where Felcher trying to play this red one back. So nicely done. Makes that. Now forces the double to be made.
Goed gezien. Goed gespeeld.
Pendulum again, swinging one way and then the other. It's a 5-3 game at the moment.
9で。2人でダブル。B でノーズだね。
Switzerland red,
手はノーズじゃない。
まず、
Japan yellow.
Fujisawa had a chance at the double, an end to go, to try and cut down the damage.
Is she going to make this one?
Well, we'll hit and roll in front, and they're just lying one now, so little miscue. We haven't seen many from either skip in this game.
Yeah, look at those brilliant numbers for both.
Zo over curlen und da herrollen, ha? Mit sicher 1,5 knallen. Das ist ja nicht einfacher, oder? Nein, aber probieren wir da so nicht Okay. Nehmen wir einfach auf sicher, dass er nicht sicher ist, es verliert er nicht.
Und das gleiche wie vorher?
Nein, nein, ich will ja liegen bleiben.
Willst du liegen bleiben?
Immer noch mehr. Heck.
Ja? Ist gut.
Well, I think she'd love to cross it.
Heck. Ich würde probieren liegen bleiben, weil uns nicht wäre es weg.
Roll it to the back of the forefoot. Even back of the 8-foot.
Immer so.
Real tough, though, to hold your shooter and remove this one. Say real tough, but for Binya Felcher, she's
Yeah,
made
she-
everything look very
She's
simple.
thrown these hundreds of times, hasn't she?
Ja.
Not in a World Championship
Eniger.
final, though. There's a hush of expectancy in the arena. Here she goes.
Kvar länge.
Putsa! Gå!
Well, the problem with that now is they're trying to get cute, leaves that one in, and Japan can score a 3. So score a 3 and giving an opportunity for 3 back. Didn't question the thought process behind playing the quiet wait. Knew that was an option.
She must surely have seen that danger.
She was just feeling giving up a 2 isn't a bad thing. Now giving up 3 here in this 8th. You're 1 down with the hammer playing 9. If you throw more weight at that one, then it's a chance to spill it out, even if you hit it on the wrong angle by a bit. There, with the quiet weight, wasn't able to.
So last stone of the 8th. There's Tatsuki Fujisawa. If she can make this, the team will go into the lead.
Well, have enough, punch that one out. Will it stick?
Oh, and she's trying and trying.
It's very close.
Definitely 2 for Japan.
And it is in, so 3. It just hangs on, and a difference, a millimeter. Hugs for Japan.
Yep. Well done, Skip, they're saying. Well done. She's absolutely thrilled with that. That could be a crucial end. Number 8, Switzerland 5, Japan 6.
Watch this one just hang around. Just by the smallest of margins.
Ari Shori did all she could to try and get it out. And number 9 now in this Ford World Women's Curling Championship Final 2016. Switzerland against Japan. And what drama we had at the end of the 8th. What a turnaround.
Well, that's quite a swing, both sides, as you get a 2, the first deuce of the game by Japan, and 6 take their first lead, then mistakes and capitalize to score 3, and then answer with 3 or your own back. But not sure if the call by Felcher was the best, the execution wasn't there. But you pick it out, you give up 2, it's a tie game in 9. That extra point could be big, especially if Japan can force, then tied playing 10.
Jetzt ist richtig besser. Englisch super. Bisschen nach. Jetzt noch ein. Sehr schön. Sehr schön. Was? Was sehen?
今より気持ち上げるぐらいでいいかな。そうだね。ちょっと外通れたらちょっと滑ると。オッケー。
ちょっと、あ、いいよ、ラインよ。
ウェイト7あるわ。
クリアしてたし。
7。
ライン近いよ。
7。
あー、ちょっと幅あるよ。
6。ウェイトいいわ。
上がってきた。ウェイトだけ。
やっ。
曲がり強いよ。
やっ。回ってるよ。やっ。やっ。やっ。やっ。やっ。やっ。やっ。やっ。やっ。上がりすぎるかな。ウォーウォーウォー。いいよ。ウォーウォーウォー。あ、いいよ。
Well, Japan will be trying to force Switzerland would like a blank or to try and score multiple points.
Okay? Ja. 14 is goed. Goed?
Oh, oh, nog twee lengi. Moet zes Carla.
Goed.
Achtung, Tia. 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 Strand. Vast. Riet. Goed zo.
Now just trying to set up angles, keep that scoring zone open.
先に入れちゃうか。こっちからもう一回やるか。
先に押してみてもいいのかもね。どうだろうね。
いや、一回こっちからやるかな。
あ、オッケー。
ちょっと広く取るよ。
05ぐらいかな。1でもエクステンションあればいけそう。前で。
いいよ。
ちょっとエクステンション弱め。3、4。まだわ。でも近くまで。3。近くまで。ゆりも入ってもいいよ。
お、いいよ。
ごめん。
Well, wanting to take away that red angle, and they leave that one a little bit short.
Good.
Well, let's see if we get some granite moving. Franziska Kaufmann. Try and make the double peel and run it into the house.
Good. Oh. Tia.
Well, close, get one, run it in, just like that.
Shuffles things around in the house a little bit.
Exactly how she wanted to draw that one up. Over the top, right in, keep your red around.
Yep, good outcome for Switzerland. As they watch to see what Japan will do here, and they're throwing a bit of granite at this as well. It is going to hang about though.
It does just hang in the rings. Keeping things open now after the double peel by Kaufmann. Well, almost the entire way. Yoshida was trying to get that one over there. Well, the jam there and mistake right out of her hand was tight from the get-go.
The first one was super, but that could be costly.
Well, even if it didn't catch that back one, it was looking like it was going to be a jam. And May have got that one started. You saw just with the release, putting the turn on it. Once this guard goes up, it's 1 point lead, new territory for Japan, their first ever World Championship final. Well, Switzerland has been in 3 straight.
And 2 for this team, the Swiss team. You've got to start somewhere, though. You've got to be in your first final.
Absolutely.
And
to be in 3 in a row, you got to be in the first one.
And the first one, and they won it.
Irene Shorey trying to play this double.
Okay, merci.
But just on the wrong side of the rock right now. Things definitely going the way for Japan at the moment, but as we've seen, it can change very quickly.
It's important not to count your eggs on Easter Sunday anyway.
Well said.
Just keeping a close eye, watching, guiding. Yeah, that's nicely placed.
Masako. Ja. Heen 4. Ja.
Well, now it's a change. Knowing after that last miss by Shorey, a blank is going to be tough. So let's try and score our 2. Let's play a draw. We have the 4-foot still.
Let's get some stones in there counting. And it is, but a bit further than they would have wished. I wonder what score he would give that.
Wow, it's pretty darn good. Probably a 4 out of 4. Getting that run right in behind, forcing Japan instead of playing the free guard. They got to follow it down. Well, nervous moments. It was hanging out there, and it really came off in the weight. I thought she was going to be quite heavy coming in on this one.
Yeah, I think they were holding their breath slightly, the girls out there.
Nur richtig. Wirklich einfach den raushauen und ein bisschen helfen.
I'll try and follow this down.
Ein bisschen weniger.
And there's the Swiss team. Names already there
Noch ein bisschen
from
weniger.
2014. Well, what about 2016?
Trying to make it 3 straight. No country has ever done that since Canada back in 84 through 87 when they won 4 straight.
What a great compliment to Swiss curling. And of course, the men's championship is in Switzerland next week.
Well, sits right on the face of it. And if Switzerland can win 3 in a row, they would move to #1 in the World Women's Curling Rankings. As this one comes down right to the nose.
ガードコロンってなるのは良くないよね。コロンってなるのは良くない。
Two teams have had different build-ups to this game. Switzerland have had a much more gentle build-up, a bit of relaxation. There is the trophy. It's quite a big thing to put on your mantelpiece, though, isn't it? Big trophy.
From what I hear, a pretty heavy trophy as well.
They all get miniature curling stones and medals and bouquets as well.
Well, right to the nose. There's room for a second one in there, but it's not a lot of room for error. They have to actually can come to their own a little bit. Just not bump it too far, as that one overcurled just about a half a rock. If it's on the other side, she may not have the button to get to. Well, Felcher would like a chance to redeem herself after her last shot of that 8th end.
Ja, das war schon 14 Goal. Die haben den Festheft noch.
Yep, I'm quite happy and relaxed about what they've done so far.
Gut, hey, richtig ist gut. Bin eher lang. Ja, bin hinter mir. Putza! Achtung, Zieher! Ja.
Well, all up. Kaufman and Jurek.
We know where they're headed.
Look at that. Wow.
That was a great sweep, a great shot from Binia Felcher. Under a lot of pressure there. Well done, Skip. There's Franziska. Look at the sweepers. It's a classy, classy shot from Team Switzerland. Wow, after 9. Let's hold our breath. Switzerland 7, Japan 6.
重いね。11.8だったらちょっと不利だね。
So we're all set for the 10th end now of this gold medal game between Switzerland and Japan. What a game it's been. And I'm sure more drama still to come. 7-6.
Yeah, and this was a 2-1 game at the 5th end break, too.
In a superb final. Hope you're enjoying the action live from Swift Current in Canada.
Well, that all-important hammer belongs to Japan. Been good with it, and they will have a chance to convert, and they're world champions. But have to remember still, if it's not there, they can still play for one and force an extra.
Teams would always rather secure the points through the hammer, though. Always difficult when you don't have it.
Well, there's the corner guard.
Oh, dan niet Dina. Niet Dina. Ik vind de kroeg, niet Dina. Dat is niet Dina. Okay.
Well, that one will slide in. See how Japan wants to play. They could put another corner. They could play on the one in the rings.
前でも いつものウィッグの感じでいいよ。6だね。
From what you've seen in this game, look, what's your feeling about what might happen at the end of this?
Well, the way the second half's been going, Japan will score 2 with the hammer.
So that's your prediction.
My prediction, but see if this one sticks around.
It's doing a lot of spinning, but it's hanging on in there.
And just hanging on, so a big one to just linger back of the 12-foot. Thought in this 10th end they might throw another corner up as another possibility.
Franziska Kaufmann for Team Switzerland.
Well, they'll hit and roll, and there'll be a guard, another guard for Japan to use. They can protect theirs, they can hit and roll.
Suzuki is 100% on her hits. So we'd expect her to make this one.
So right on the nose. Japan trying to be the 10th different country to win a world women's title. Switzerland looking to win their 6th. They sit 3rd right now in total titles with 5 behind Canada at 15 and Sweden at 8.
Oh, okay. Goed zo.
Well, we've seen 2 down this path now, and I expect this one to be pretty close for Yumi Suzuki. Well, might have lost the sweep call on that one a little bit. You can hear the hoarse voice of Satsuki Fujisawa.
Well, she can rest after this, can't she? Just needs everything for this final end.
Ja, sicher Nasen, oder? Nase ist auch gut, ja. Wie lang? Normal. Okay. Ist gut? Du schneller. Achtung. Putza. Putza, Tia! Tia!
That one, by the smallest of margins, got past that front redstone.
Yep.
That
was close.
That's the reaction when just get past that front one. Well, there's a hit. There's the roll. They don't seem to be nervous in this moment whatsoever. There's the sweeping with the curl to try and get that finish. The directional sweeping that's come into play in this curling season. Well, the roll made now. Irene Shori trying to freeze this one up. Well, they're trying to use that same technique that Japan got to get their roll, but Japanese bench have to like where they sit in this 10th end.
Okay. Sorry.
Nami Yoshida, 94% on her 12 hits, which is a good percentage, just so you would expect her to make this.
Well, they roll over, will sit first and third. They're hoping to hit and stick to like 2. Makes the roll on her first, but a little mistake. And have another look at this freeze now from Binya Felcher.
Bis auf den drauf, oder? Da man ihn bewegt haben.
7-6.
Die Line ist gut.
10th end.
Ist auch gut, wenn wir doch die richtig haben.
I'm sure they're feeling a bit tense up there too.
Well, definitely like her throwing that draw.
Gleiche vorher. Wegen das Schauen. Nein, ist gut. Wie lange ist er? Er muss gehen. Er muss gehen. Nicht sie wechseln! Du, wegen. Länge super. Fest! Länge super. Kommen noch! Zieh an! Weiter noch! Weiter!
Well, just couldn't afford to go on it early because of the line. It was staying out there, and managing which broom head you have on which player, and that's why Irene Shori got out there early. She obviously had the one that was the aggressive head that can cause the curl. Well, can see probably half, a generous half of this one.
5
ちょっと重たい。
Fujisawa, 2% on their draws. Hits have been good too. What needs to... Is it?
Well, that one, more weight and outside, it'll roll away, kills their own. Rolls away, so that stone top part of the house now as well comes in as the second counter.
Ja. Halbe 4 wäre super. Genau. Wie viel ist? Nur Mitte. Noch ein bisschen. Nein, ist gut. Also perfekt ist, wenn er im 4 beißt. Aber wenn er im 12 ist, ist er okay.
Gut.
Weil wir haben schon 4 Beisser. Und dann
Nothing
muss
is
es
straightforward.
recht gut, oder? Also wir nehmen wirklich erst am Schluss. Wenn wir ganz sicher sind, dass er nicht weiter als 4 Beisser kommt. Ein bisschen weniger. Ist gut. 14.
Genau.
Well, Felcher made a nice draw with her first. Was good enough that forced a mistake out of Fujisawa.
Nein, finde nicht so lang. Ja, ja. Schauen. Schauen. Ja. Kommt. Noch ein bisschen. Kriegen. Ja. Ja. Komm. Okay. Gut so. Bin ich gut gewischt? Ja. Ich denke einfach, zu lang ist nicht gut. Ja.
They've done what they need to do. Now it's up to Suki Fujisawa.
Well, go out, hit the forefoot to send this championship final to an extra end.
So last stone of this, the 10th end.
Well, has to stop in the forefoot.
It's not going to. And that means victory for Switzerland. They have won the World Championship for the second time. 2016 winners. What an achievement. And Japan take the silver medal. First final, great achievement for them too.
Well, for the third time in a row and fourth in 5 years, Switzerland are your world champions. Here's that last shot, and Hasn't been in this position before. This one just too heavy. And that means Switzerland are your world champions. For the second time, this team are your champions of the world. Japan will go home though with the silver, their first ever championship medal. They can keep their heads high as they have had an outstanding week. Well, two different types of tears. Tears of joy for Switzerland, tears of disappointment for Japan. As a 9-6 victory, the crowd here saluting both teams on a well-played championship final. Tough way for it to end for Satsuki Fujisawa, who had been so good all week long.
Chance to get the gold there, but we weren't able to make it, so that's a little difficult.
But it's an amazing achievement in our first final. You know, when she reflects, it will be very special.
やっぱり初めてのファイナルで本当に素晴らしいところは後で考えてみるとそう思いますと思いました。
本当にファイナルに出れたことは本当に誇りに思いますし、また来年また戻っていきたいなと思います。
Yeah, we really do know that we were fortunate to get into the final, and so we'll just do our best to try to get back here next year.
Congratulations on the silver.
Sure. Great for everybody in Switzerland.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Well, Switzerland now the #1 ranked team in women's curling. Congratulations to them, 3 straight championship titles. I'll tough end for Japan on what has been an outstanding week.
Medal winners, Team Russia.
Well, the walk the medalists get to make. Russia winning earlier today with the victory over Canada. As they make their way for the third straight time down the sheet, they will be on the podium with a bronze medal.
Please welcome the silver medal winners, Team Japan.
Well, fan favorites and silver medalists the first time Japan will have a medal. Coach J.D. Lind, their alternate Mary Motohashi, lead Yurika Yoshida, second Yumi Suzuki, their third Chanami Yoshida, and skip Satsuki Fujisawa. And another world title for Switzerland. The three-peat, only the second time in women's world curling. Their coach Al Moore, alternate Carol Hovard, lead Christine Urich, second Franziska Kaufman, third Irene Shorey, and their skip Vinja Felcher. Two-time world champions now join an elite feat class of curlers as two-time world champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, please welcome Kate Caithness, World Curling Federation President, who will bring greetings and congratulations.
Well, we have truly been treated to a great week of curling here in Swift Curling. On behalf of the World Curling Federation and our 54 member associations, I would like to thank the local organising committee, Curling Canada, the province of Saskatchewan, and the city of Swift Current for hosting such a great championship. And we are delighted that the Honorary Brad Wall, Premier of Saskatchewan, and Mayor Gerard Schaefer have joined us today. Many thanks. To our long-term partners, Ford of Canada, and all the sponsors, thank you for supporting this huge event on the curling calendar. And to our umpiring officials, ice technicians, stats people, timers, media, TV crews, webcasting, together with the excellent commentators, really great job. But last, but by no means least, to the 519 wonderful volunteers and to the people of Swift Current, our very sincere thanks. It only now leaves me to congratulate all the participating teams, and in particular the 2016 Ford World Women's Curling Champions, Team Switzerland. Well done.
Thank you, Kate.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call upon WCF President Kate Caithness to present the bronze medals to the team from Russia.
Coach Roger Schmidt. Alternate Alina Kobayeva. Lead Keruka Yesiev. Second Alexandra Raiva.
ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call upon Terry Johnson, representing the Japanese Curling Association, to present silver medals to the team from Japan.
Coach J.D. Lin. Alternate Mari Motohashi. Lead Yurika Yoshida. Second Yumi Suzuki. Third Shinami Yoshida. And skip Satsuki Fujisawa.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, call upon Armin Harder, representing the Switzerland Curling Association, to present the gold medals to the team from Switzerland.
Coach Al Moore. Alternate Carol Hall. Lead Christine Hurek. Second Franziska Kaufmann. Third Iran Shori. And skip Pina Fetcher.
Now I'd like to call upon General Manager of Western Region for Ford, Gerald Wood, who will please present the Champions Rings to our winners.
And now the World Curling Federation President, Kate Caitness, and General Manager, Western Region for Ford Canada, Gerald Wood, will now present the World Championship Trophy to Team Switzerland.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations.
Careful, got it?
Je hebt er niet veel. Ik ook niet. Ik heb er anders.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez maintenant vous lever pour l'hymne national. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem of Switzerland.
Well, sixth end of this championship final. An opportunity to get the first deuce of the game. Satsuki Fujisawa. The out-turn, hit and stick. And the Japanese skip trying to take their first lead of the game and first lead against Switzerland at this year's Worlds. They do so with a nose hit. Then right back in the seventh. After a freeze, a little bit heavy. Opportunity at the pick. Get rid of this Yellowstone chance to score 3. Binya Felcher. Avoid the jam. Roll off it. Shooter goes out, but they will get their 3. What a response by the Swiss. And speaking of responses, a mistake by Binya Felcher in the 8th left an opportunity for 3. Satsuki Fujisawa, the out-turn hit. Avoid the jam, stick around and watch this one spin. Does it go out? It sticks around and they get 3 right back of their own. In a wild last 5 ends of this game in the 9th. Chance here to get 2 back. Have to get right to the button. Binya Felcher, the in-turn draw. Can come down to their own. And right down to it, they get their 2 to take a 1-point lead. And then in 10, it was looking like Japan had a 2 set up, but a mistake forced the draw for 1. Satsuki Fujisawa needs 4 foot to force an extra. Sweeper's back right off. This one slides and slides. Slides all the way through, as that means Switzerland are your 2016 world champions with that steal at 2 and a 9-6 victory.
Congratulations indeed to Team Switzerland. That's just about it from us from this year's Ford World Championship 2016. It's been a tremendous week and a wonderful championship. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage. We certainly have. From me, Alison Walker and Luke Coley, thanks for watching. Again, congratulations to Switzerland. Goodbye from Swift Current.